Hello, in this video we are going to talk about Chatter and how you can use it to communicate internally within Agent Dealer with your coworkers. It's a real powerful communication tool. It combines like the familiar feel of social networking with all of the information that's already being used and stored inside of Agent Dealer. Everything about your customers, prospects, deals, contacts, etc. So it kind of marries the two of those things to do. Now, the types of things you can do in Chatter depends on how your system is configured. But for the most part, typically you can post messages, post content, you can upload files, you can do polls, and even ask questions sometimes. Again, depending on how it's configured. Now, you can find and use Chatter just about anywhere in the system. So on all of these, like equipment deals, contacts, businesses. So let's just go to a business here. And again, we're in the demo system. It might look a little bit different than yours, but let's go ahead and go to a business record here. This is Beachline. Notice right here, and this might be on the right side for you, but in your activities area, we have Chatter right here. So if I wanted to put a message out about Beachline Corporate Center, this is where I'd do it. And we'll get into the specifics of messages in a while. Let's go over to a contact. Same thing, Chatter's right here. Deals. You're starting to see a pattern here, right? Chatter's right here. So what's unique about this is you are able to communicate what we call like on the record or at the record. So let's say you wanted to ask your manager for a pricing exception for this deal you're working on. You know, you need to get a better CPC rate or something, whatever it might be. So previously, you'd either go into the manager's office or send your manager an email. But right now, here's what you can do. You can share an update. You can post right here. So I want to say, you know, at sales manager. And that's how you call someone. Like you can just post, but whenever you do an at mention, it actually notifies that person. So the sales manager is going to get a notification up here with the bell. They're also going to get an email. And what's cool is they can reply to the email without even logging into Agent Dealer. Reply to the email and it'll push the message back into the system. So at sales manager, I need some pricing help here with this deal. So whenever you share this right here, so here you see we posted it. So it's kind of like a Facebook wall almost, but it actually makes you money instead of costing you money. So you can see all the different, you kind of follow it down. So remember, your best first practice is to communicate on the most appropriate record. So if it's about a deal, you're going to be on the deal record. If it's about a prospect or a customer at the business record, piece of equipment, maybe you're having service issues or want a lease buyout, do it from there. So that's how you use the primary ways you're going to use the Chatter. Now you can also, if you have groups created, like maybe a sales team or an admin or an operations team group, you can share the at mention to the group. So it would be at order processing, let's say. Now, let's say you're communicating, you're posting something up that isn't about a specific deal or company or whatever. It's just more of a general thing. So you're two main ways you'd get there. The first would be you can do it from your profile page. So we click on your profile picture in the upper right, then click on profile, the same picture again. Scroll down and see we've got Chatter down here. This is where you can read message. This is kind of your feed. So this is things that you've posted, things you've subscribed to or are following, or messages other people have sent you. The other way is to do it from the Chatter tab. So let's go back to the home page. Now, if you don't have the Chatter tab, you can look for it and use it, like search for it and use it. This is just a one-time use. Your best bet is to click the pencil, click add more items, then click on all, and we're going to find Chatter. There we go. Click the plus sign next to it, add, and save. Now we've got Chatter right up here. So once again, this would be a good way to send like you can have a group. We have a group for our thing called the Sailor Group All, which basically is kind of like our company bulletin board. You can put things on here. So you can look at what I follow, which is anything you've been following, anything sent directly to you. You can bookmark things. So if you bookmark something, then it'll show up on your bookmarks folder or link. There's also company highlights, and that's where Einstein Analytics will go in and kind of figure out what are the big main things that are being talked about in the company now, based on how many people have commented or liked it or whatever. So this would be where you would put a question like, whatever it might be. We're ordering new company shirts. What colors and sizes does everyone want? Something like that. Whatever. The other thing I want to show you from here is how you work with a post you want to reply or respond to something. So here's the one I just posted up a few minutes ago, asking for pricing help with that. So you could comment on here again, much like replying to a thread on someone's wall in Facebook. You can also just do a like, which is just kind of like a nice way of saying, yeah, I see this, or, you know, I see what you said, just being nice to someone. So that's kind of how you work with it. And you type in your reply here. You can do @mentioned as well. So let's say I need to bring in another person who might not be aware of this. So let's say @Henry Edwards. Say, whatever we're going to say, Steve is asking for a pricing exception. So what we've done now is we brought Henry into this conversation. So whenever there's an update, Henry will get notified of it. So we just click comment, and we're going to and that post a comment up to here. So that's everything you need to know pretty much about Chatter. Hopefully it's been helpful. This is really powerful. It takes a little while to get used to it, but it's great to be able to shoot a message to someone where they just click on it and they go right to. So like right here, I click on this, it takes me right to the deal. Let's go back here, and let's say here is about a piece of equipment. Click on it, go right to the equipment. It's so much faster. So hopefully it's been helpful. It's great. If you have any questions or want to learn more about Chatter, just open up a case in the support community, and we'll be glad to do a little more training for you on it. Have a great day.